Alright, when starting out these notes, once again, if you take a picture of all of the stuff we did, that'll count as your opener. So for number one, I'm not going to do all 5 of these at the beginning. We always start out with the same triangle here, and they're giving us angle A, and they're giving us C is equal to 16, and A is down here. So we have to decide. So here's my hypotenuse for every problem. And this is the opposite, and I don't care about the adjacent over here, so we're going to use the one that has the opposite and the hypotenuse. So I'm going to say the sine of 55 degrees 55 minutes is equal to A over 16. Remember, if you ever have to find these, they are in second apps. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 16. And I'm just going to type this in the calculator where I find degree and minutes are on second app. And so when I get that, it winds up that 13.3 is equal to A. For number 2, they give us another problem. So for number 2, we're given that this is 9. Here's my right angle still. Angle B we're given, and this is B. So this is the hypotenuse still. B is the opposite, and 9 is the adjacent. And so since we're given the opposite and the adjacent, we're going to go with the tangent of 49 equals B over 9. Of course, multiply both sides by 9. And we'll find out what B is. And that turns out to be 10.3. Actually, if I round it correctly, we'll call it 10.35. Alright, we're going to skip 3 and go to 4. And number 4, we're given this is 64. And we're given 19.2, and this over here is A. So once again, we're given the tangent of 64 equals 19.2 over A. Now this time with A in the bottom, we are going to have to solve it. And essentially when we solve it, these two can change places. So A is equal to 9.3. Alright, we're going to go to problem number 7. Problem number 7 has the same picture that we had in the notes from yesterday. And so, in a sense, we have this triangle where when we had the 360 degrees, each of these angles was 30 degrees. And this time they're giving us the apothem, which is that side is equal to 48. Now in order to find the radius, that's going to be x over here. So this side is the adjacent, and this side is the hypotenuse. So we have to do the cosine of 30, because we know the adjacent is 4.8. and we're looking for x. So x equals 4.8 over the cosine of 30. And we get the answer of 5.5. So in my triangle, this is 5.5 and this is 4.8. And this is 30. And the next one, they want to know what is the side of the hexagon. So I'm going to call this y over here. And so I got the tangent of 30 is equal to y over 4.8. And I'm going to multiply both sides by 4.8. And so the 4.8 times the tangent of 30 is 2.77. But that's not the entire side because that's only this half, so I'm going to have to multiply that by 2 because this side is also 2.77, which gives me an answer of 5.54. And that is my answer for B. Here's my answer for A. So now in part C it says I'm going to find the perimeter of the entire hexagon. That didn't turn out as well as I wanted to. That's a little bit better. And each one of these is 5.54. So I'm going to take the 5.54 and multiply it by 6. And that gives me 33.24. And that's my answer for part C. Alright, we're going to do one more problem, which is problem number 8. And so we're trying to figure out how big this tower is, where this is 30 and this is 58 and this is 100 feet. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find this side for x. So basically we have, this is x and this is 100 and this is 30, and I'm going to use tangent because I have the opposite and the adjacent, and then I'm going to multiply both sides by 100. And that's going to be 57.7. Now for the other part, I have to do the entire triangle, which is 58 and 100, and we'll call this T. And so I got the tangent of 58 now equals T over 100. When I multiply both sides by 100, we get the answer of the total height is 160. So if this is 160 and this is 57.7, 160 minus 57.7 turns out to be 102.3. And that is the height of my tower. So do your homework, study for anything you can.